Now, so as of now, we have discussed how can we create the users inside your organization by assigning the required profile, by assigning an associated license. Okay. So now in the last session, we have discussed creation of the users. So where we have created the development user, manager user, and the customer user. So now let me create one more user, also testing user, and then we'll see how can we manage these users, okay, one by one. Each and every feature we'll see. So I would like to create one more user with the name testing user, and which should be associated to the platform licensed profile. Now, I would like to create one more user here. Because as of now, we have created 4 users, 2 users of type Salesforce license, and 2 users of type platform license. And still, I'm having one more platform license available with me here. Okay, as part of platform license, I'm having one more platform license available with me. So with this platform license, I would like to create one more user right now over here. So that's what it is indicating, 66% of utilization. Still, we are having one more license to create one more user. Let's see how can we create that user, and then we'll see the user management features. Now, I'm creating a new user. By using that new user button, specify the user details. I'm indicating that user testing. Email ID, I'm indicating my email ID here. I'm giving the username. I've specified the nickname. Title is, he is a test engineer. Company is some MNC. Department is some testing department. Division is some QA division. So now we are having the platform license available with me, so that I'm selecting that Salesforce platform. And select the profile which you would like to assign to this user. Now I would like to assign my own custom profile which we have created in the last session, okay, to this user. Now, so now click on Save button. Automatically a new user will be getting created with the specified username and with the allocated profile and the license. Now, let me make that user to be in active status. So once a user record details has been submitted successfully, then Salesforce will be creating a new user record. That user's activation link will be sending to that email ID automatically by default. So we need to use that activation link to activate that user. I'm logging into my email account to activate that user now. So click on this verify account button in order to provide the user password, confirm password, security question, and the answer. So I have specified the password and the confirm password, security question, and the answer. Now click on change password. The password will be getting resetted for this user account. This user is utilizing that platform license, so he will be able to see only that custom functionalities. Standard applications will not be visible to the user, only the custom features he can able to access. Let's see. He can able to access only the custom functionalities which has been created by the developer or the administrators in the past. So now this user is also associated to that platform profile and the platform license, so that he will be able to access only the custom functionalities. So now with this one, we are having all the 5 users are available with me. Okay, we are having all the 5 users are available with me right now here. Now, So now I have all the 5 users are available right now by allocating these 5 licenses. 2 users are associated to that Salesforce license. 3 users are associated to the platform license. Okay, now. So now let's verify this user interface. Now let's see. So now all the 3 platform licenses has been utilized completely, and then both the Salesforce licenses also completely utilized. So that it is indicating with that red color, the progress symbol, which is indicating all the licenses has been used. So no more licenses available, so that we can't create some more users by assigning that Salesforce license and the platform licenses here. Okay, clear? Now, so now in this case here, so now once the users has been getting created by allocating the profile and the license, sometimes in the entry point of view, they will raise a question. I have my own profile, a custom profile we have created in the past. So now since very long time, I'm using that same profile, and I have assigned that profiles to so many users. Okay, to how many users I have assigned this profile, I don't know. I want the list of users to whom this profile has been assigned. Okay, who are all the users are associated with this profile, I want to list out that. How can we do this one now? Suppose, for example, I'm having my profile CIS platform profile. Okay, I'm having my own profile CIS platform profile here. Now, I'm having a profile called as CIS platform profile. So this is a profile which we have created in the past, very long back I have created the profile. And then till now, for so many users I have assigned this profile. I want the list of those users to whom this profile has been assigned. How can we get this one? Straightforward option. Look into the user interface. What we have observed now here? Straightforward option. View users. That's it. Simple. So now just to go to that profile, click on view users button in order to indicate. So now who are all the users are utilizing this profile over here? To which users this profile has been getting assigned, we can list out all the users, okay, with the help of this button. Once you click on this view users, we can able to see that users information. These are the 3 users, like a customer user, and the manager user, and the testing user. These are the 3 users to whom we have assigned this profile. For all these 3 people, the same profile has been assigned over here. And right now, these 3 people are in the active status right now. All the 3 users are in active status right now. Okay, so whenever in future, if you want to know, okay, so now who are all the users which has been assigned to this profile, then just you can go to the profile name, click on view users button, which will be listing out, these are the various users, okay, to whom this profile has been assigned. Okay, now, sometimes, okay, my client said that I have a user, okay, I have a user. To this user, which profile I have assigned, I want to know. I don't know the profile name, I know the username now. Then, for this user, which profile I have assigned, how can we verify? In this case, just to go to that users, because I know the users now, right now here. So that go to that users. So now, for example, I'm having a user called as development user. Just to go to this development user, here itself we can able to see, okay, which profile has been assigned to that user over here. Okay, so inside this table itself, we can able to see. For this development user, which profile we have assigned, we can able to verify that. So for this user here, we have assigned CIS Salesforce profile. Okay, CIS Salesforce profile, so which we have assigned to this user right now here. So now if you know the profile name, just click on this profile option. If you know that username, just click on this users link over here. Depends upon your requirement. Okay, so now we can able to identify from both the sides also. User to profile also we can identify, profile to users also we can identify. Both the options are available to you right now over here. Okay, clear? Now, so now as of now, we are done with the user creation. We have created the users as well here. Okay, we have created the users. All the users are available right now inside my organization, like the training batch user, manager user, development user, and then the customer user, okay, and then the testing user also. These are the various users we have created right now over here. Now, once all the users are available here, okay, then how can we modify the user details? Suppose, for example, when coming to the development user, he has been shifted from one location to another location. His designation has been changed. His department has been changed. Then how can we modify the user details? Then what we can do? I want to modify the user designation. Previously, when coming to this user, he is having the development. Nothing but he is having that role called as developer. But recently, he has got that promotion. Okay, he got that promotion as the technical lead. I would like to change his title here. I would like to change this user's first name also, last name also. Then how can we modify the user details? Once a user record has been getting created, then how can we edit the user details now? If you want to modify the user details, then what we can do, just we can click on this username, open the user record, and click on this edit button. You will be having a button called as edit button is available. With the help of this edit button, we can able to modify the user details also. Click on this edit button and then change the details whatever you want. So previously, this user is having the title as developer. Now I would like to change that designation from developer to some technical lead. Okay, technical lead. So now here in this case here, the department also I'm changing over here. Instead of having the development, I would like to specify the R&D department here. Okay, R&D department here. So we are having the research and development department is there, where we are going to be doing some research on the complex issues. We are developing some mission critical tools also. At that time here, I have placed this person into that R&D department here from now onwards by giving the promotion as a technical lead. So now whatever the details you want, we can able to modify the details also over here. Okay. Now click on save button. At any point of time, we can able to modify the user details also. That possibility is available to you here. Okay. Clear? Now, so not only creating the user record, we can able to modify the user details also at any point of time by using that edit button which has been given by Salesforce. But the user record cannot be removable. Once a user record has been getting created, we can't remove that user record over here. Okay, there is no such options to remove the user record from your Salesforce instance. Okay, that's what here, you don't have any delete button over here. Okay, we don't have any delete button over here. Okay, clear? Now, so now let's come to that each and every feature here. As part of user management, we can perform so many operations here. So as of now, we have discussed how can we add the user records into your organization, how can we modify the user details. Okay, we have discussed. Okay, we have discussed that. Yeah. Which one? Right. No, administrator user we can't change. Okay, because here the user which has been created by the Salesforce, that user is an administrator here. We can't change that user here. Okay. Now, so now here as of now, we have created some users or we have added the users to our organization, and then depends upon our requirement, we are able to modify the user details also. The next one, how can we reset the user's password? Okay, how can we reset the user's password? For example, assume that I'm having a user. For example, he is one of the user here, like some development user. Now, this user is utilizing that Salesforce account since very long time. Okay, he is using that account since very long time. He is also one of the part of our team. So now, yesterday, he has changed the password. Okay, yesterday he has changed the password. But today, when he tried to log in into his account, he is unable to log in into that. Might be he forget about one character. Okay, he is unable to recollect that password here. Okay, he is unable to recollect that exact password which he has entered yesterday. So in this case here, he tried 3 times to log in into my account, okay, with this, the login invalid password. So because of trying for more times, okay, with the invalid password, his account has been locked. His account has been locked out over here. In this case, how this user can able to reset the password? In this case here, he has sent an email notification to the administrator. Dear administrator, I am also one of the user inside your organization. This is my username, but yesterday I changed the password, but I was unable to recollect the password today. So when I try to log in into that application, I'm unable to log in here. So it is showing that message, okay, invalid username or the password. So I have tried multiple times so that my account has been getting locked out. So please reset my password so that here I can able to log in into my application again by changing the password here. Then what we can do in this case? Now this user has sent an email notification to me. Assume that I am the administrator of that organization. So now as an administrator, it is my responsibility that I need to reset this user's password. How can we reset the user password over here? What we can do? How to reset this user's password? Straightforward option. Now tell me. Just to go to that users. For example, today I have received the request, okay, from one user. Assume that he is a development user here. Now this user has raised the email notification to me to reset his password here. So that what we can do, just we can able to select the development user checkbox and click on reset password. As soon as once you click on this reset password, what it will do Salesforce here? Will it generate a dummy password? No. Salesforce won't generate any dummy password over here. So now it is generating a reset password link. The reset password link will be sending to this user's email ID. Upon creating this user record, we have given one email ID over here. So now this is the email ID that I have given for this user record. So now to his email ID, automatically the reset password link will be getting sent. Then the user has to go to his email account, click on that reset password link, enter the new password and the confirm password, and he can log in into the application from there onwards here. Salesforce won't generate any dummy password. Simply it is going to be generating a reset password link. The user has to open that reset password link from his email notification and he has to change that password here by giving the new password. Okay? Clear? Now, in this case, sir, sometimes you can raise a question. Sir, for example, today, so many people has raised this request here. Okay, so many people are facing the same problem today. So now almost some 3 to 4 people has sent that email notification to me to reset their passwords. In this case, if you want to reset the password for the multiple users, select the users to whom you want to reset the password here. Okay, select that users checkboxes, click on reset password button. Then automatically a separate reset password link will be getting generated for each and every user, and then reset password link will be sending to that user's email ID automatically by default. Okay, Salesforce won't generate the same reset password link. It won't generate that same reset password link for every user. For the manager, customer user, a separate reset password link with some different link over here. And then for the development user, a different reset password link. For the manager user, a different reset password link. For the testing user, a different reset password link. Salesforce is generating that 4 reset password links, and those password links will be sending to the user's email IDs automatically by default. From that point of time, the user can able to receive that email notification. They can able to change the password by click on that activation link again. Okay, so that here, as an administrator, not only adding the users, whenever the user is facing some problem, we need to support that. We need to resolve those users' problems also. If the user wants to change his names, if the user wants to make any changes in his details, then we need to make those changes also. Whenever, if the user is facing to log in into the application, at that time, we need to reset that user's password also. That possibility is available as an administrator. All these operations can be done by the administrator only, not the other users over here. Only the administrators will be having the rights to perform all these operations over here. Okay? Clear? So this is how we can able to generate the reset password link also for each and every user. Okay? Whenever the user has been forget about his password, then we can able to generate the reset password link. So with that one, the user can able to change his passwords also. Okay? For? No. There is no limitation over here. Depends upon the number of users. Okay. Depends upon the number of users that we have. Suppose, for example, today everybody has raised the same problem here. At that time, select all the users checkboxes here. Simply you will be having one checkbox beside this action. Once you click on this one, all the checkboxes will be getting selected. Click on reset password link here. Okay. Even though you may be having 100 users, 200 users, 1000 users, 1 lakh users also, we can able to reset the password link at one shot itself. There is no such limitations over here. Like, okay, at a time only for 5 users, not like that. Any number of users we can generate. Okay. Now, sometimes in the entry point of view, they will raise a question here. Whenever you are putting some experience, okay, inside your project, they will raise a common question. So now, for your current project, for your current application, how many users are there? Okay, how many users are available for your current project right now? It's a common question. Okay, so now generally the people will be, they are not giving any answer over here. Okay, they will be thinking of what we can specify, what we can specify. Okay, don't think about that. Okay, say confidently, so now for our application, we have 2000 users. Okay, we have 2000 users, or 1500 users, or 1000 users here. Okay. So in this case, don't think about that answer over here. Give that information directly here. So for our current project, we are having 1000 users are there. That means what here? We are maintaining an organization of having 1000 users. Whenever the users are facing some problem, as an administrator, we are going to resolving those issues also. Okay. We are adding some new users also as an administrator here. We are modifying the user details. We are supporting to the users also over here. Okay. So in this case here, whenever if anybody asks this question, say confidently, for our current project, we are having 1000 users or 1500 users or 2000 users over here, like that. Okay. At that time, they will raise a question. All the users are using the same license or different licenses here. Okay. So at that time, so now you can say that like, so now for few users, we are assigning the Salesforce license over here. For few users, we are assigning platform license. For a few users, we are assigning some community license over here. Okay. Now, in this case here, they will raise a question. So now I want to add a user. Okay. I want to add a user. For that user, I want to grant the access on lead object. Then which type of license you would like to assign? I would like to add a new user record inside my organization. So for that user, I would like to grant the access on lead object records. Then what license you would like to assign? Salesforce, platform, community. Why Salesforce? Platform license will be granting the access on what? Only the custom functionalities along with few standard objects like account, contact, document, task, event. Lead object cannot be accessible through platform license. Campaign object, opportunity object, case object, solution object, other objects cannot be accessible. If you want to grant the access on that lead object, then we have to use Salesforce license. Okay. So I would like to create that user with the Salesforce license over here. Okay. These kind of some logical questions they will raise in the entry point of view. Okay. They won't ask straightforward questions over here in some cases. If you're putting some experience, then you should be aware of all these things. Okay, on the spot here, we should be able to recollect this information. Yeah. Profile in the sense here, we can explain that. We have to assign a profile which is of type Salesforce licensed profile only here. Okay, now. That is depends. Okay, so now it doesn't mean I'm having some 1000 users, then we don't need to have 1000 profiles here. We can have some 10 profiles, 20 profiles also like that. Okay, those 20 profiles we can assign to all these thousands of users also, because a single profile can be assigned to the multiple users also. Like if you're having some HR people are available, for all the HR people we're assigning same profile here. Like as some HR profile we will create for the HR people, whatever the features are required, only those features will make it enable, and this profile we are assigning to all the HR people over here. For the finance team, we are creating a separate profile. For those people, whatever the features are required, only those features will enable inside this profile. We can assign this profile to all the finance team members over here. Like that here, we can assign a single profile to the multiple users also, so that we can give, like as we are having some 20 profiles inside our organization. Okay? Now, so these kind of questions are common. Sometimes in the entry point of view, they will raise a question, okay, inside your project, how many objects are there? Okay, how many objects are available here? Okay, now, so what we can say now? How many objects? Can you say we are having 3,000 objects? Why? So now in this case, whenever we are giving the answer in the entry point of view, okay, please concentrate about that addition first. So if anybody asks what kind of addition that you are using for your project, then what we can say? Free developer edition? No. Then what we can say? Unlimited edition. In unlimited edition, how many objects we can create maximum? 2,000 custom objects here. Okay. So now keep in mind those governor limits over here. Governor limits are very, very important. Upon giving the answer in the entry point of view, okay, now please keep in mind so that we have worked on that unlimited edition. For our project, we are using unlimited edition. For unlimited edition, we are having so many limitations are available in terms of application wise, in terms of objects wise, in terms of fields wise. You are having some limitations are available so that you can able to give that information. Okay, clear? Now, so now don't give the limitations of your free developer edition here. Okay, now. So now here in this case, because these are some small mistakes the people will do generally in the entry point of view. Because of that, they will be losing some opportunities. Okay, now. So now here in this case here, you should be able to remember each and every point. Okay, now. So in this case, as of now, we have created the user records. We are able to modify the user details in future. And then we can able to reset the user's password also over here. Okay, now. So now let's see. For example, you can raise a question. Sir, for example here, 6 months back, a user has joined into my team. Okay, 6 months back, a user has joined into my team over here. Like the development user. For example, development user has joined into my organization 6 months back. So I'm a project manager. Inside my team, he is working since 6 months. Whenever he is joined into the organization, okay, 6 months back, when he joined into my organization, so now for this particular member, we have created a new user over here. Okay, we have created a new user. Since 6 months, he is keep on logging into our application. He is working on some features which has been given by the client requirements. Whatever the requirements has been given by the client, on those requirements, he is working on that. So now he is completing the requirements on time. The client is very happy, okay, with the service, whatever we are offering to the client here. My project is going on healthy manner. Now, last month, this person got resigned. Development user got resigned because he got a different opportunity in a different company. So he would like to join that organization. So today is the last working day for this person inside my organization. Then what we can do? From tomorrow onwards, he is not part of my organization. He is not part of my team also. So that he should not be able to log in into my application from tomorrow onwards. Then how can we prevent the user from logging into my application? As of now, he can able to log in into my application with his username and the password over here. Okay. Now, in this case, how can we test it? Let me show you practically first. Now. So now let me go to that here, a different browser to log in into this user account. I'm using the Firefox browser. So now this user is using that Firefox browser and he is going to be logging into his application over here. He is entering his username. He is entering the password also here. Okay. He is entering the password. Click on login. Now this user can able to log in into my application also over here. Because first time he is logging into the application, so that here it is asking you to provide the OTP. Now. So now he can able to log in into the application also here. So now here I'm using the two users, okay? Administrator user, that means the training back user, he is utilizing the Chrome browser here. I have logged into that administrator user. That means the training back user with the Chrome browser. And then the development user has logged into the application by using his credentials with the help of this Firefox browser over here. Okay. So now this user is able to access application over here by logging into this application with his credentials. Okay. Now. So now from today onwards, okay, today is the last working day for this employee or for this user inside my organization. From tomorrow onwards, he is not able to log in into my application. I would like to restrict him to log in into my application then. How can we do this here? What we can do in this case here? Deactivation here. Then how can we deactivate the user right now? In this case, whenever if you want to prevent the user from logging into your application here, okay, whenever if you want to prevent the user, from login. So whenever if you want to prevent the user from logging into a Salesforce application, we have two ways are available. Okay, we have two ways are available, okay, to prevent the user from logging into my application. The first way is we can deactivate the user. Second one is we can freeze the user. We can deactivate and we can freeze the user. In order to prevent the user from logging into your application from next time onwards, because today is the last working day for this person. He is relieving from my company here. From tomorrow onwards, he is not part of my organization. He is not part of my team. So that I would like to prevent him from logging into my application from tomorrow onwards. So in this case, to prevent the user from logging into your application, we have two ways are available. First one is we can deactivate the user. Second one is we can freeze the user here. Then what exactly the deactivation? What exactly the freeze? How to deactivate? How to freeze? If I'm deactivating, what will happen? If I'm freezing the user, what will happen? Okay, now let's see practically. It's a common question in every interview. What is the difference between deactivation and freezing the users here? Okay, now, let me explain here. For example, assume that I'm having my organization. I'm having my Salesforce.com organization. In my organization, I'm having some 3 Salesforce licenses are available. I'm having 3 Salesforce licenses. Now tell me, with these 3 Salesforce licenses, how many users we can create? 3 users. Okay. Each user requires a separate license. So that with these 3 licenses, we can create 3 users. Now, I'm creating the users right now here. I'm creating the users. So now here I'm creating the users right now. So this is the first user. So this is the second user. This is the third user. 3 users we have created here. So this is the user 1. And this is the user 2. And this is the user 3. So assume that these are my team members here inside my organization. Inside my project, we are having these 3 members are available over here. So now, this member is some Ramesh. And this person name is some Kumar. Now she is some Swati. So now 3 members are available inside my organization over here. Okay, inside my team, we have 3 members are available here. So now, for this Ramesh, I have assigned 1 license. Upon creating that Kumar Sarika user, I have assigned one license over here. And for this Swati, I have assigned some license here. Now 3 licenses we have assigned to these users. License 1, I have assigned to that user 1. License 2, I have assigned to that user 2. License 3, I have assigned to that user 3. We have 3 licenses are available. With these 3 licenses, I have added 3 users inside my organization here. Now for Ramesh, we have assigned 1 Salesforce license. For the Kumar, 1 more Salesforce license. For the Swati, 1 more Salesforce license. All the licenses are full with me here. We don't have any more available licenses with me right now. Okay? Now, so in this case here, okay, now here in this case. So now, when coming to my team, these are the 3 members are available here. Since almost 6 months, these people are working in the same project. They are in the project since the beginning of the project itself here. They know in and out of that project functionality. So now these people are technically very strong. They're delivering the requirements on time, so that here there is no escalations from the client side. My project is going on in healthy manner, and the client is also very much happy with our services, with our deliverables. So in this case here, so now suddenly last month Ramesh got resigned. Okay, last month Ramesh got resigned. Okay, Ramesh got resigned last month here because he got a different opportunity here in a new company here. Okay, Ramesh got resigned. So now for Ramesh, okay, today is the last working day. Okay, today is the last working day for Ramesh inside my organization. From tomorrow onwards, he is not part of my organization over here. Then what we can do in this case? From tomorrow onwards, he is not part of my organization here. Then how can we prevent this user from logging into my application from tomorrow onwards here? Then what we can do? We have to deactivate that user here. Now we are going to be deactivating this user account. Okay, deactivate. I would like to deactivate this user account over here. So now whenever I'm going to be deactivating this user account, what will happen in this case? Upon deactivating this user, what will happen over here? Now, in this case, generally, come to the general scenario. So now 6 months back, this Ramesh has joined my company. Okay, when he joined into my organization 6 months back, during that time, we have given one ID card. We have given one access card to the person. We have given a laptop also here. These are the 3 resources we have given to the Ramesh here. Since almost 6 months, he is utilizing our resources. Today is the last working day for this person. Now, in this case, what about these resources over here? As a Ramesh, as a person, can I get these items along with me? No, because these are not my own. These are the company assets. These are the organization assets. So that here, whenever I'm relieving from this organization, whatever the resources company has given to me, I have to return all the resources back to the organization here. Whatever the ID card, access card, laptop, any other resources given by the organization, we have to return back all these resources to that organization itself. Like the similar way here also, whenever this person has been getting added into my organization, during that time I have given one license to this user. So now whenever I'm deactivating this user, automatically whatever the license I have assigned to the user, that license will be returning back to the organization over here. Okay, upon deactivating the user, the license will be returning back to the user. Now that license we can assign to a different user also. Okay, that possibility is available to you. So whenever I'm deactivating a user from my organization, whatever the license has been assigned to that user, that license will be returning back to that organization. So that license we can assign to some different user also over here. That possibility is available. Okay. Then in this case, how can we deactivate this user here? Once the user has been getting deactivated, from there onwards he can't log into the application over here. Then how can we deactivate this user? Now let's see practically. Whenever if you want to deactivate the user, in each and every user record, we are having a small checkbox is available that is called as is active checkbox here. There is a checkbox called as is active. Active checkbox is available here. So in this case, if you want to make this user active, then select that checkbox. If you don't want to make this user active, if you want to inactivate that user, then we can select that checkbox over here. Then where is this is active checkbox is available? Now let's see practically in this case. See how can we deactivate? So now, as of now, this user can able to log in into my application here. For example, I'm entering this username and the password. Now when I press enter, this person can able to log in into my application as it is over here. Development user can able to log in into my application also. Now the user is the user development over here. Now, so this is the user development, he can able to log in into my application here. So now I would like to deactivate this user account right now. Now I have logged out from this user account. Go to the administrator user account, deactivate the user here. How can we deactivate? For example, I would like to deactivate the development user over here. Then how do we know whether a user is inactive or not? How can we verify? Now there is a column called as active column here, which is indicating whether this user is in active status or not. Development user, currently he is in active status right now. Now I want to deactivate the user. Just to open that user record, here we have a checkbox called as active checkbox. Currently it has been selected over here. Okay, currently it has been selected over here right now. Now, in this case, this user is utilizing a license here. Before deactivating that, let me show you that number of licenses available. Now, so all the licenses are full right now over here. We don't have any available licenses. Now let me go to the user, click on edit button and deactivate the user. How can we deactivate the user? Just you can able to unselect the checkbox active. Unselect that active checkbox. Now make it save. Once you click on this save button, automatically the user will be getting deactivated from there onwards here. From there onwards, the user can't log in into the application here. Now let me try to log in into that user account. I'm trying to be logging into the user account. Once you click on login, nobody is indicating that your access to Salesforce.com has been disabled by your system administrator. So please contact your Salesforce administrator. That means your user account has been deactivated. You are not able to log in into the application from now onwards. So if you want to reactivate that, then please contact your administrator over here. Okay? Now, so in this case here, we can able to deactivate the user just by unselecting that active checkbox over here. Whenever I'm deactivating the user, what are the licenses associated with this user, that license will be getting returning back. Just you can refresh this user interface. Now let's see. Now, one Salesforce license is available with me right now here. Salesforce has given the 2 licenses to me. So from those 2, we have assigned both the licenses to the users, but one user has been deactivated. That user's license has been returned back to me. So I'm having 1 license is available with me over here. Okay? Clear? Now, in this case here, for example, Ramesh is very technically strong in our team. So now whenever we are facing any major issues inside our project or inside our application, okay, we are involving that Ramesh Kumar over here. He is technically very strong. So now he is a master, okay, while resolving some critical issues also. So in this case here, till now, we don't have any issues, okay, because here, since almost 6 months, okay, has implemented so many complex functionalities here. We are delivering the requirements on time also, so we don't have any escalations. Once he is relieving from the organization, from there, the actual struggle starts. We are facing so many issues. So many escalations are happened. We are unable to deliver the requirements on time. We are facing so many issues over here. So in this case, okay, as an organization, so now we have decided that why can't we get back the Ramesh to our company again here? My client is also requesting the same. So now the client is asking, please get back the Ramesh to our company again by offering whatever the package he wants, okay, by giving the demands whatever he wants. So in this case here, we have contacted the Ramesh again, and then we have given that whole information. So boss, please come to our organization. Please rejoin that company again. So now we are ready to provide a good promotion to you. We are ready to provide a good hike also to you. In future, we are ready to provide one on-site opportunity also over here. So please come back to my organization again here. Now Ramesh is okay with that here. He's agreed with that here. He's ready to come back to my company again here. Then what we can do in this case? Today, he's rejoining my company again. Then what we can do? Do I need to create one more user? Or can I reactivate the user again? Reactivate. That means once a user has been getting deactivated, then we can reactivate that user again also. That possibility is available. But the condition is license should be available. Okay, license should be available here. In this meantime, if that license has been assigned to some different user, if you don't have the license, then you can't reactivate this user again over here. License should be available first. Okay. So in this case here, as of now, when coming to that, we are having one license is available with me over here. Development user has been deactivated right now. Now I would like to reactivate this user again. Then what we can do now in this case? Just click on this edit button, activate the user again here. Okay, select the active checkbox, click on save button here. Now this user has been reactivated again here. Now let's verify the system overview. Once a user has been reactivated, license is using by the user, so licenses are full now. Now from now onwards, Ramesh can able to log in into the application from now onwards over here. Now click on, so enter the password, he can able to re-log in into your application also as it is from there onwards. Okay, previously his user credentials has been deactivated, but now he can able to log in into the application from now onwards over here. Okay, this is how we can deactivate the user and we can reactivate the user also. Whenever I'm deactivating the user, whatever the license has been assigned to that user, that license will be getting returning back to you. So that we can assign that license to a different user also. We can assign that license to a different employee also over here. That possibility is available. Okay, this is how we are going to be deactivating the users inside your organization. Just by making that active checkbox as unselected over here. Okay, clear? Now, the next one. The second mechanism in order to make that user to be preventing from the login over here. Okay, we are having one more option that is called as freeze. Okay, freezing the user over here. So now we can able to freeze the user and then we can able to unfreeze the user also. Okay, freeze the user and we can unfreeze the user also. Now, then what do you mean by this freeze and unfreeze options over here? It's exactly similar like as your media players. So whenever we are going to be utilizing some media players, okay, inside your mobile or inside your systems, okay, in order to play some audios or to play some videos also. So now, if you want to stop playing that video for some time, just you can use that pause button here. Once you click on pause, automatically the video will be getting stop playing that video here. Okay, when it will be getting replaying that video again, once you click on that resume button, there is a resume button is available. Once you click on the resume button, again it will be start playing that here. Like the similar way here also, we can able to use that freeze and unfreeze. That means what? We can able to prevent the user from logging into the application, and by using that freeze, and we can able to unfreeze that user also so that he can able to re-log in into my application again over here. Then how can we freeze and how can we unfreeze over here? At what situation we can go with that? Now let's see practically in this case. Okay, now, for example here, so inside my team, we are having some team, 3 members are available here. So from these 3 members, we have a lady member is also available, for example, some Swati. Now, so Swati is also a technical lead. She is technically very strong in our team. She is also one of the key person inside our project here. But Swati is going for the vacation for the next 3 months. Because of some maternity leave, she is going for the vacation for the next 3 months. That means because of some health issues, she can't work in our project for the next 3 months. Once she get recovered from the health issues, she will rejoin my company again and she will be continue to work in my project as it is over here. For the next 3 months, okay, she is unable to work in our project here because of some health issues. So in this case here, now Swati is going for that maternity leave over here. Swati is going for the maternity leave for the next 3 months. So now for these 3 months, she is not able to log in into our application and she is unable to work on our team here. But already Swati has committed to us. So whenever we need her support, if there is any critical stages, if there is some major issues, if we need any help from Swati, she is ready to help us. She is ready to support from the home also here. Okay. Whenever we need her help in some critical situations, in some emergency deliverables, at that time, Swati is ready to support us, okay, from their home also here. So in this case here, what we can do? Swati will not be able to work in our project for the next 3 months. In this case here, in this meantime, what I want to do is I would like to freeze this user's credentials. Why? Because if any other person know that Swati's username and the password, those people might be misutilizing that credentials also here. For that one, what I want to do is I would like to freeze that user account for some time. Okay, we can able to freeze the user over here. Freezing the user means what? We are suspending the permissions of this user to log in into my application over here. Okay, we are going to be freezing that user in the sense here. Now we are going to be suspending the user from logging into my application. Okay, she can't log in into my application over here. Now, for example, now tell me, Swati is going for the maternity leave. That means she has relief from my company? No. Still she will be the part of my organization. Still she will be the employee of my company here. Just because of some health issues, she is unable to come to my organization for next 3 months. So like the similar way here also, okay, whenever we are going to freezing this user, okay, whenever I'm freezing this user, now this user cannot able to log in into my application from there onwards. Okay, from there onwards. But in this case, what about the license over here? Upon creating that Swati's user account, we have assigned one license. What about this license over here? Will the license will be returning back or not? No. Because here, whenever Swati is in vacation because of some health issues, whatever the ID card, whatever the access card, whatever the laptop that you have given, everything will be available with the Swati itself here. Okay? Because after 3 months, she will come back to my company again over here. Like the similar way here also, whenever I'm freezing this user, whatever the license we have assigned to this user, license will be still available with the user itself. License will not be returned back to you over here. Okay, license will not be returned back to you. Still the license will be available with the user itself over here. Now, so once the 3 months are over, then she will come back to my company again. She will rejoin my team again over here. She will continue to work on my project again over here. In this case here, we can able to unfreeze that user account also. Okay, once the vacation period is over, then we can able to unfreeze that user also. Okay, unfreeze the user also. That possibility is available to you. We can able to freeze the user and we can able to unfreeze that user also. Depends upon your requirement. So now once you use that unfreeze option, then automatically, now from there onwards, the user can able to log in into my application. They can continue to access my application as it is here. Okay, so it depends upon the situation. Okay, depends upon the situation. We have to decide whether we can go with the deactivation, whether we can go with that freeze option over here. Okay, both the options will work to prevent the user from logging here. But depends upon your requirement, depends upon the situation. We have to decide whether we can deactivate, whether we can freeze that user here. If you want to continue with this user, then just you can freeze that. Okay, if you don't want to continue with that user, if this user is permanently relieving from your company, then you can deactivate that user account over here. Okay, clear? Now, so now in this case here, whenever I'm going to freezing that user, from there onward, the user can't log in into my application here. Then how can we make that user to be get freezed? Now let's see. Just to go to that user account, here we are having a button called as freeze button. Okay, we have a freeze button here. Okay, we have a freeze button. Just click on freeze. From there onward, the user can't log in into my application. Like as pause and resume options only here. Okay, I have freeze that user. From now onward, this user can't log in into my application over here. Now, user has been logged out. Now I'm trying to be logging into this user account over here. When I try to log in into the user account here, now it is unable to log in over here. Even though if I'm entering that correct password, I'm unable to log in into my user account over here. Okay, now, so in this case here, whenever I'm deactivating, whenever I'm freezing this user, whatever the license is associated with this user, license will not be returning back. Let's see here. Let's go to that licenses, refresh this user interface. Now licenses are not available. All the licenses are full. Okay, if I'm deactivating the user, license will be getting returned back. If I'm freezing the user, license will not return back to you. Okay, and after that, we can able to unfreeze the user. Once a specified time period is over, then we can click on unfreeze. Okay, once you click on unfreeze here, then from there onward, the user can log in into that application over here. Let me log in into that. From there onwards, the user can log in into the application as it is. Okay. So in this case here, what will happen when coming to the preventing the user from login? Why? Because is once a user record has been getting created, we can't remove the user record from Salesforce. Okay, we can't remove the user record from Salesforce. We don't have any such option. Even through programming also, we don't have any such options. But we can prevent the user from logging into your application with the two features. One is deactivation. Second one is freeze. Okay, clear? So now you know that concept here. How to deactivate, how to freeze, what will happen upon deactivation, what will happen upon freeze. Okay? Clear? Now. So now we have discussed about that, preventing the user from login with the help of deactivation and with the help of freezing the users over here. Okay? Now. The next feature here. See, license is returning, right? Okay, when you deactivate that, whatever the user license that you have associated, license is returning back. If I'm freezing that, license will not return. License will be still with that user itself. We can't add one more user because licenses are full. We can transfer to some other users also. Okay, whatever the records are associated with that user, before deactivation, we can transfer all the records from the development user to some other users also. In one shot, we can do that here. For that one, we are having the mass transfer option. Go to that, data management. Here we are having the option called as mass transfer of records over here. By using this mass transfer of records, we can able to transfer the records over here. From one user to another user, we can able to transfer all the records over here. Okay, in one shot. No, records will not be deleted. Record will be there as it is here. We can transfer the records to some other users here. Record will not delete. Record will be there as it is. Even though after deactivation also, we can transfer the records over here at any point of time. Okay. Why? Because is, for example, assume that I'm working in a project right now. So now, when coming to my project here, I'm handling one responsibility, like as one module responsibility I'm handling right now. So now today is the last working day for me inside my company here. So that what the project manager will do, to replace my position, he will be recruiting one more new employee here. Whenever I'm relieving from this organization, I have to deliver, I want to handle over all the responsibilities to that other member over here. Okay, I have to hand over all the responsibilities which I'm performing right now. I want to hand over all the responsibilities to that new member over here. That means we need to give some KT also, knowledge transfer. Okay, what are the things that have worked done as of now? The whole information, the whole functionality we have to explain to the person here, and then we need to make that person to be comfortable with the application. Then only they are going to relieving from you from the team itself here. Like the similar way here also, before deactivating the user, we can able to transfer all the responsibilities which he is having. That means all the records which is associated, we can transfer all these records to the another user also over here. After deactivation also, we can able to transfer. Records will not be deleted. Records will be there inside your object as it is. Okay? Sorry? No, because here as a user you can able to see only your records. Okay, other users' records will not be visible to you over here. Other user operations we can't perform, but all the users' information will be visible to that only one person, that is administrator over here. Okay, now. So now here in this case here, now we'll see the next feature of that user management. Now grant account login access over here. What exactly the grant account login access feature? What is the use? Now let's see practically in this case here. See, whenever if you are joining into an organization, if you got an opportunity as a Salesforce developer, these features are important. These are your daily routines you have to do every day. Okay, so that user management is very, very important. Okay, so now let's see what exactly the grant account login access over here. What is the use of this grant account login access? Okay, now let's see practically in this case. Now, so what did you understood with this option, grant account login access? Giving credentials, okay. What is this grant account login access option? What did you understood with this one, at least? Giving permissions for what? To log in into multiple accounts. How? Generally, how the people can log in into my account? By knowing my credentials only over here. Like for example, come to a general scenario. So assume that we are working in a project here. Okay, we are working for a project. Now in my project, we are having totally some 10 members are there. Okay, we have totally 10 members are there inside my project over here. So now few people are junior members, few people are senior members, and the technical leads are also there, and the project manager is also there. But all the 10 people are not from a single location here. Okay, all the people are not from a single location. The people has been segregated to the different locations here. Now, few people are working from the Hyderabad location. From Hyderabad, we are having 4 members are there. Okay, and then we are having few people working from the Bangalore location. From Bangalore location, 3 members are there. And 3 people are working from US, from the client side. They went to the on-site over here. Now, from USA, 3 members are there. Okay, totally we have 10 members are there, 10 members team. Okay, all these 10 members are working for the same project over here. Okay, for one of our client. For example, we are working for a particular client over here. We are working for a client, some Tesla Motors. Okay, Tesla Motors. Okay, now in this case here, so now when coming to the US, okay, my technical lead is sitting over there, and then my project manager is also sitting from there, and my Salesforce administrator is also sitting over here. Okay, my Salesforce administrator, that means my system administrator is also sitting over there. And then inside the Bangalore location, we are having some junior members, and then we are having some senior members are also available. And here also we are having some junior members and the senior members are there. Now assume that myself, okay, assume that myself. So I'm working from some Hyderabad location over here. Okay, I'm working from some Hyderabad location here. Okay, I'm working from the Hyderabad location. Now today, okay, today, when you log in into my application, when I click on a button control, it is showing a very big error message here. Since almost 6 months I'm working on the same project, it is working very fine, there is no issue. Today, when I log in into my Salesforce application to implement some certain functionality, when I click on the button control, it is showing very big error message over here. Okay, I tried a lot to resolve that problem, but I could not find out any solutions here. I'm not getting any idea why this problem has been occurred. This problem has been occurred because of my code or because of the Salesforce software itself here, we don't know. Then in this case here, what we can do? Okay, I tried for so many solutions by using Google. I did not find any solutions over here. And then I've contacted some of my colleagues also who are working along with me in the same location. Here also, the problem is not yet resolved. Still the problem is persisted here. Then finally I thought of, why can't we take the help of the Salesforce administrator? Might be there is a problem because of Salesforce application over here. Or else might be my Salesforce administrator will know the solution for this one. He might resolve that problem over here. So that I would like to take the help of my Salesforce administrator over here. Okay, I would like to take the help of my Salesforce administrator. But he is not in my location, he is from US here. Then what we can do in this case? How can we take the help over here? Can I request him to come back to India? Or can I go to the US? In this case, what we can do? I have requested him, but this is a problem that I'm facing, okay, from today morning onwards. It's a showstopper to me, so it is not allowing me to go to the remaining features over here. It is stopping me there itself. It's a showstopper for me in the entire application. I can't go ahead. I'm unable to work on the requirement what I have planned for today here. I'm unable to deliver the requirements today. So now please help me out, okay, to resolve this problem over here. Now this person is ready to help me out here. Then what we can do? So how can we show my application here? In this case, generally what we can do, we are having two solutions are available. One thing is, okay, I will share my username and the password to him. So, boss, this is the username, this is the password of my Salesforce application. Please use these credentials, log in into my application, click on so and so button. It will be showing that very big error message here. Try to resolve this one. But as part of my organization company policies, we are following that ISO 27001 certification. We are following the SAS 17 compliance. As part of the security policies, we should not share our account credentials to any of the other user inside my organization. Even though he may be my technical lead, even though he may be my project manager, even though he may be my company CEO also. We can't share our credentials to any of the other people inside my organization. So in this case, how can we get the help? Then what we can do? Generally, the people are using some screen sharing softwares over here. Okay, they're using some screen sharing softwares like as VMware the people can use, or the people can use GoToMeeting, or NetMeeting, or Skype also, or else we can use some WebEx also. We can use some multiple tools here. But when coming to my application is a banking application. In our network, we can't access these kind of tools here. Then what we can do in this case? I can't share my screen also here. Then how can we get the help? From outside, the people can't log in into my application. Even though when I try to get the help of my friends, now my friend, when he try to access that application from outside, it is unable to log in because my application has been completely restricted. My application can be accessible within my company itself. Outside of the company network, I can't access my application here. Then how can we get the help? In this case here, Salesforce has given a feature called as Grant Account Login Access. Grant Account Login Access. By using this grant account login access, what we can do, without sharing our credentials, okay, without sharing our credentials, we can grant our account login access to the other people over here. To which people we can grant our account login access to only two people. One is to our Salesforce administrator, second one is to the Salesforce support people over here. That means what? Without sharing our credentials, without giving my username and the password, which I will give some permission to my Salesforce administrator or to the Salesforce.com support people from Salesforce.com organization. They're having the support team. To those people also I can grant my account login access also. Without knowing my credentials, those people can log in into my application also. Then how can we grant our account login access to the people here? Without sharing my credentials, how can we grant my account login access over here? So now here in this case here, whenever we are going to be granting your account login access, we have to follow some certain process over here. Okay, now let's see what exactly that navigation to grant my account login access to that my administrator over here. Okay, with the help of this grant account login access, we can able to grant your account login access to only two people. First one is your Salesforce administrator. And the second one is your Salesforce.com support. Why? Because if the problem is because of your code, then at that time we can get the help of our Salesforce administrator here. Sometimes if the problem is because of that Salesforce application itself, yesterday Salesforce has given a new release. Because of that new release, we are facing this problem. So the problem is because of the Salesforce new release itself. So we need to get the help from the Salesforce.com support people. So at that time, we can grant our account login access to the two people. One is your Salesforce administrator or to the Salesforce.com support people over here. Then how can we grant our account login access to these people? Now let me show you practically in this case here. Okay. Now, for example here, I am the development user. Okay. I am the development user. I'm facing the problem inside my application today here. Now, I would like to grant my account login access to my Salesforce administrator over here. Okay. To this person, I would like to grant my account login access. How can we grant the account login access to that Salesforce administrator? Now, let me show you practically in this case. Okay. Now, understood the concept here? Without showing or without sharing our credentials to the other people, we can make those people can log in into my application also over here. Okay. Now, so in this case here, if you want to grant the account login access, then we have to follow this navigation process over here. Okay. Now, login into the user account. That means the person, okay, who wants to grant his account login access to the Salesforce.com support or the Salesforce administrator person here. Like for example, development user. Development user is one of the user inside my organization. He is facing some problem today, so that he would like to get some troubleshooting issues help from the Salesforce administrator. In this case, he thought of he would like to grant his account login access to the administrator. Now, log in into that user account over here. Click on the username and expand it. Click on the username and expand it. Click on My Settings link. Go to the personal in the left panel and expand it. Click on Grant Account Login Access link. Select the people to whom we need to grant the access. For example, administrator or Salesforce.com support people. Select the time period till the access will be granted. For example, 1 day or 3 days or 1 week or 1 month or 1 year, like that. You will be having the options. And then click on Save button. Right. We can post the question. Okay. They will be giving some answer to you. No, we can't get that here. Even though those people can't log in here. Only your organization members can able to log in into that here. In community, you will be having outside people are also available here. Because when you go to that Salesforce.com community, you will be having almost more than 6 million people are available here. Okay. That's what here. Those people are not members of my organization, so they can't log in. Done? Done? Now. So now let me explain practically here. So now, this is the development user over here. Today, development user is facing some issue, okay, with his account. He is facing some major issue. So that here he would like to share his account credential, nothing but he would like to grant his account login access to that administrator. Now this is the Salesforce administrator that we have right now. The training back user is the Salesforce administrator that we have right now over here. Now, let me go to that user's accounts here. Nothing but go to that users. These are the various users are available inside my organization. Now let me take a screenshot. So now these are the users are available right now inside my organization over here. So now for each and every user, we are having these actions are available. So now we can able to perform only that edit operation. That means we can able to modify the user details also over here. Okay, now. So now let's see. Today, development user is facing some issue. So that he would like to get the help of the Salesforce administrator. So that he would like to grant his account login access to that Salesforce administrator right now. So in this case, development user has to log in into his account over here. Go to that user account. Expand that username which we have in the top right corner. Click on My Settings. Once you click on My Settings, now you can able to see that settings option in the left panel. Click on personal and expand it. Here you will be having an option called as grant account login access. Okay, there is a small option is available, grant account login access. Click on this grant account login access link. Now it is indicating that information to you. To assist with support issues, you may grant your administrator or support personnel the ability to log in as you, and they can able to access your data also over here. So we can grant our account login access to only two people, either to your Salesforce administrator or to the Salesforce.com support people, not to your technical lead, not your manager, not your client. Okay, only these two people here, Salesforce administrator and the Salesforce.com support people. Only to these two people we can grant the permission over here. Now in this case, I would like to grant my account login access to my company's administrator. Who is my administrator here? Here the training back user will be my administrator over here. I would like to grant the account login access to him. Now grant the access over here. Specify the access duration. How long time you would like to grant the access over here? I would like to specify 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year. Depends upon your requirement, we can able to grant that account login access here. For example, here I'm granting the access till 1 month. That means for till the next 1 month, now this particular administrator can able to log in into my account over here without knowing my credentials also. Okay, then how can we grant this one? Now click on Save button. Once you click on Save button, automatically the changes will be getting saved over here. Now let's go to that administrator account here. Once you go to this administrator account, as of now, we are having only one edit option is available. Let's refresh this user interface, observe what will happen in this case. What you have identified now newly? Login option. For which user account? Development user account. For the development user account, we got an additional option called as login. That means what? Without sharing my credentials, I'm granting the permission to this administrator that he can able to log in into my application. So how this administrator can log in into my application? Just he can click on login link, directly he can jump into my account also over here. Okay, when he click on login link, automatically directly he can jump into my account also. Now the currently logged in user is that development user over here. Administrator account to that development user account, he can able to switch automatically here. Okay, then he can able to look into my problem here. He can able to resolve my problem as well here. Okay. Then for each and every user has to log in. They have to grant the permission separately. But we have an alternative. Let me explain that next concept here. Okay. Now, so in this case, the administrator can log in into my account here with just by using that login link without entering the username and the password. Just by click on that login link, he can able to log in into my user account also. He can perform the operations. He can resolve my problem, and he can able to come out from that organization as well over here. Okay. Once you click on sign out, the complete user account will be getting signed out over here. Okay. The complete user account will be getting signed out here. Okay. Now again, log in into that administrator account right now. I'm logging into my administrator account right now. Okay. Clear? So now whenever if you don't want to share your credentials, then Salesforce has given a provision to you. Don't share your credentials to any other people over here. Might be those people might be misutilize your credentials also in future. For that reason here, every time we can't track. Okay, every time we can't track. For that one here, so I would like to grant my account login access over here. Okay. Just I would like to grant my account login access without sharing my credentials. Suppose, for example, you can raise a question here. Sir, I have granted 1 month of permission to my administrator here. So within 2 hours, okay, within 2 hours, he has resolved my problem over here. Then can I remove that access? Yes, we can remove that access here. Just to go to our user account over here, administrator developer, the development user account. Now, as of now, we have granted that 31 days. That means he will be having the permission to log in into my account till November 24th. If you don't want to allow him from now onwards, because the problem has been resolved. So now, just if you want to remove this access, just click on change and then remove that access over here. No access. You can make it save. Automatically, that the login option will be getting gone. From there onwards, he can't log in into your account over here. Okay, that possibility is available. Depends upon the need. Grant your account login access. Once the operation has been done, we can remove that access over here from that particular the administrator or the Salesforce.com support. Okay, clear? Now, so now here in this case over here. Now in this case, development user has logged into his account and then he has clicked on that name, click on personal, go to that grant account login access, select that date or time till they would like to grant the access here. Now, might be like the similar way, other people might be facing the similar kind of problem, right? At that time, as an administrator or as a Salesforce.com support, we need to provide the support to those people, right? In this case here, do I need to request all the users to my organization? So please share your account credentials to me here. So in this case, if I'm having some 3 to 4 users, then I can request these 4 people. You can please follow this navigation, grant account your login access to me so that I can able to help you out whenever you are facing any problem. Suppose if you're having some thousands of users, then in this case, what we can do? If I'm having a large organization, a large enterprise, where I'm having some thousands of users, at that time, all the people may not be follow the same navigation over here. In this case, as an administrator, I can take that right that I can able to get the login access of all the users, okay, to my account in one shot over here. Okay, instead of requesting each and every developer to grant your account login access to me, as a administrator, I will be having the provision. I'm having the provision that I can able to take everybody's login access into my account in one shot over here. For that one, we are using a feature called as login access policies. Okay. So instead of requesting each and every user to grant their account login access by following some certain navigation, as an administrator, we can take that permission in one shot over here. Then how can we take that permission in one shot? Now let's see practically in this case here. In this case, we have to log in into the administrator account. Go to the setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel over here. Go to the security controls. Click on login access policies link. Click on login access policies link. Okay. Now, let's see how can we do this one. Go to your administrator account. Go to that security controls. We are having an option called as login access policies. Okay. There is an option called as login access policies. So now you will be having that manage support options section. Go to that manage support actions section. Now I would like to grant administrator can log in any of the user account here. I would like to enable this feature. Select the checkbox enabled. That means the administrator user can able to log in into any of the user account by his own. Instead of granting the permission by that user, administrator can take that permission here. Forcefully, administrator can take that right to log in into any of the user account at any point of time to resolve the troubleshooting issues. So now go to that manage support options section, select the checkbox, administrators can log in as any user account over here. Now, this option will be getting applicable for that administrators only over here, available to administrators only. I would like to select this checkbox. Now click on Save button. So once you click on this Save button, then automatically, so now when you go to that users records here, go to that users, for every user, Salesforce is providing that login access over here. Okay. So now previously only the development user has granted the permission to log in. But for the remaining 3 users, we got in one shot over here. Like the similar way, if you are having some 1,000 users also, for all the 1,000 users, we can get the login access in one shot with the help of these login access policies. Okay, that possibility is available. That means what? User also can grant the login access here. Or else as an administrator, we can take that login access also forcefully by our side for all the users in one shot. Okay, that flexibility is available to you here with the help of this login access policies. Okay, now in this case here, from there onwards, the administrator user can log in into the user's account. He can able to perform some operations over here. Now, in this case, observe this one. Now, as an administrator, I want to log in into the manager user account. Click on that login link. Automatically, he will be logging into that manager user's account over here. Okay, logged in as user. Okay, currently we have logged into that manager user account over here. Now, they are going to performing some operation. Once operations has been done, they can able to click on logout, so that here they can able to coming out from that account here. But when you click on this logout, that's what here I'm coming to that point. So now here, once I log in into any of the user account by using that login option, after performing some certain operation, when I click on logout, it is going to be closing that entire session over here. It is coming out from my administrator account also. But I don't want to close the whole session. Whenever I click on logout, it has to come back to my administrator account over here. Then how can we do this one? For that one, we are having a feature called as prevent force login option. Okay. Prevent force login after login as user. Once the administrator has been logged into that user account, okay, after performing some operations, once you click on that logout, it should not close that whole session. It has to come back to the administrator account as it is over here. Then how can we do this one here now? In this case, let's see practically. Now in this case here, so now log in into your administrator account here. Go to the setup menu. Go to the administer menu in the left panel. Go to the security controls. Click on session settings. Go to that session settings. Go to the required secure HTTP connections section. And unselect the checkbox. Unselect the checkbox. Force re-login after login as a user. And then click on Save button. This is the navigation process here. Done? Now, let's see how can we prevent the user from force re-login. Now, so let me log in into the development administrator user account here. So let's go to that administer menu in the left panel. Go to that security controls and expand it. Click on session settings. Okay, click on session settings. You will be having a section called as required secure connections HTTPS. Here automatically by default a checkbox has been selected over here. Force re-login after login as user. Checkbox has been selected. That means what here? Whenever you are logging as a user by using login option, once you click on logout, it will be forcing you to re-login into the application again. That's what the checkbox has been selected automatically by default here. Force re-login. Okay, force the user to re-login into the application again once he has been logged into that another user account by using that login option. But I don't want to force the user to re-login. I would like to come back to the administrator account. Just you can unselect the checkbox here. Okay, unselect the checkbox, make it save. Okay, now save that here. Now from now onwards, it won't force you to re-login into the application. Now let's go to that users. Log in into your user account over here. Now, so go to your user accounts here. Click on customer user. We can able to log in into the customer user right now. Perform some operations and then come back from this user account here. You will be coming back to your system administrator account as it is over here. It won't close the whole session. It will come back to your system administrator account here. I'm logging into the development user account. Now, currently, I'm into the development user account. Perform some operations and then come back from this user account here. You will be coming back to that administrator account as it is. Log in as a manager user, perform some certain operations here, and then come out from this user account. You will be coming back to that administrator account only as it is. Log in into the testing user, perform some operations, come back from this user account here. You can come back to that administrator account. From there onwards here, it won't force you to log in into the application again over here. Okay. So now whenever you are logging out from this user account, automatically you will be come back to the administrator account as it is over here. Okay. So this is how we can able to grant our account login access to that administrator or the Salesforce.com support people over here. Okay. Clear? No, you won't get any notifications over here. When the administrator is getting that, you won't get any notification. So now you can raise a question, sir, for example, if I'm granting my account login access to my administrator, so whenever I'm in absent, whenever I'm in leave, at that time, if the administrator has been logged into my application, he did some operation over, then how can we track this information? For that one, Salesforce has given an option called as audit setup trials. Okay, you will be having that audit setup trials option is there. From there onwards here, even though you may be present, you may not present. Okay, without your presence, if your administrator has been logged into your application, if you did any operation, then everything will be tracking by Salesforce internally here. With the help of audit setup trials, we can able to track those details as well here. Okay, now, so as of now, we have discussed about this up to this part options over here as part of user management. We are having few more options we'll see in the next session over here. Okay, now. So this weekend you don't have the sessions. Okay, next session will be on Monday. Everybody will be available on Monday. If everyone is available, because the topics are important. So now without this topic, because on the Monday session, I'm going to be discussing about the role hierarchy here. Okay. Role hierarchy, and if possible, I would like to start OWD. If these starting topics are not able to understand, the remaining features are very difficult to understand. You can't understand that information here. If everybody is available, then I will take the session. Or else, okay, I will cancel the session on Monday also. Then let me know.